Did you know that the first secret society ever was called the Brotherhood of the Snake? It all starts in ancient Mesopotamia, about 6,000 or so years ago, where it said that gods came to Earth for Earth's resources, but created humans to do the hard work so they didn't have to. But Anu didn't think that was right to keep that knowledge from us. And along with Enki, and they spread that knowledge, then got cast out of heaven to Earth, where they started the world's first secret society, the Brotherhood of the Snake. Secret society was all about the truths of the universe and of the heavens and your place in it. Their cult logo bore the Eye of Horus. It's also referred to the pineal gland for knowledge. Another symbol they used was the Staff of Hermes, which used the snakes to refer to the secret society. And on top of them being punished by being cast to Earth for eternity, it said they're doomed to reincarnate here forever. They're not eternal. Could they still be running secret societies today? You let me know.
In the last few decades, there has been multiple reports of people claiming to see shadow people out of the corner of their eyes or when going through sleep paralysis. And although many studies have been done by scientists on this shadow people phenomena, no conclusion has ever been found. Theories on the phenomena range from some people believing that it's just your brain playing tricks on you, to others theorizing that these are actual entities in the sense of ghosts, aliens, or possibly demons. Now, all of this is just speculation, but I was recently sent a video of someone believing that they caught one of these shadow people on a home security camera. I want you to check it out and let me know if you've ever experienced this phenomenon for yourself. Also, if you want to make a side hustle out of just walking, there's a cool app that'll let you do that. I'll put the link in my bio, so feel free to check it out if you want.
It didn't even pick up that motion.
When I say history is a lie, I mean history is a lie. America is a lot older than what they said. This is the Lincoln Memorial under construction, and you can clearly see there's a building already there. All they're doing is digging it out and renovating it. Just like the National Washington Monument. This is what it used to look like. How much of our realm has been destroyed, hidden, or buried? You can't trust the history books. You can't trust what you was taught in school. They've tried to bury the truth and the buildings. But I've got the shovel, and I've come to dig it up.
Dad, I think this shit legit is starting to kick in. How so? I don't know, I feel more zen. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, right. It's a common benefit people experience when taking Shilajit consistently. My guess is it helps regulating your chakra system. Wait, my chakras? I guess it is Ayurvedic medicine, but how? You know your chakras are really just the 7 endocrine glands, right? They're not actually 7 spinning wheels of energy. Oh, so Shilajit is like a hormone restorer? Well, there are studies to support it helps in regulating dopamine and increasing testosterone, but son, science only shows a small piece of the puzzle as to what it's truly doing. You know what? I think you're ready. Ready? For what? To learn how to unblock, balance, and align your chakras to awaken your Kundalini energy. Hold on, what's Kundalini? Kundalini translates from Sanskrit into coiled snake. It describes the divine energy that rests dormant at the base of your spine. When it activates, it can cause the divine spiritual awakening. Oh, you really think I'm ready for that, Dad? You're never ready for it, son. But if it's what you truly want, the universe has a way of making it so. And it takes more than just Shilajit. In most cases, it's a complete lifestyle change and a burning desire to transcend your current perspective. However, on this journey of awakening, you'll learn more profound lessons about society, consciousness, and yourself than on any other life pursuit. You see, son, the chakras are like gates to the dimensions of perception, with the majority of society being stuck in the lower 3 chakras of survival, sex, and self. We've created what I call the Matrix, where ego is served before anything else. Ego and evil. The Matrix isn't evil, son. It's a necessary part of the evolution of consciousness. The next phase we'll enter is love, but that's for another video. Okay, Dad, in that case, let's do it. I'm ready to learn. First step, follow Jay Kaizen. He just posted a video about unlocking the root chakra, arguably the most important one. Now? Hey, let me have a look. Maybe with that Shilajit, you won't only hear what he's saying, but feel it too.
The Truth About Dreams and Reality, Part 1. Now, most of us brush off dreams as just this ordinary thing that happens every time we close our eyes. Yet they make up half of most of what we ever experience. I mean, just think about it. Dream consciousness and waking consciousness are the only two types of consciousness that we ever experience. That is, unless you meditate or take psychedelics and enter altered states of consciousness, but that's for another video. But for most of us, dream and waking life are the only two realms of experience that we ever know. Which means that our entire reality consists of these two different realms. The dream world and the waking world. And yet we call one of them an illusion and the other a reality, even though they both make up what we experience as reality. I mean, just think about it. It's not like dreams are over there and reality is over here. Dreams are reality because we experience them. Just like waking life is reality because we experience it. And if dreams really are an illusion, that gives less credibility to the reality of our waking life. Because dreams sometimes feel as real and vivid as waking life. And if we can be so easily deceived about reality in dreams, then who's to say we're not being deceived about reality right now? Waking life could simply be a dream of a higher reality that we experience when we're alive. But when we die, we wake up from it and return to that higher reality. Just think about what Morpheus said in The Matrix.
Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world?
Just like dreams feel real until we wake up from them, this reality could feel real until we wake up from it until after we die. I mean, think about it. People say dreams are real only as long as they last. So can you say the same thing about life?
This is how to send out messages into the universe for communication and the law of attraction. Humans need to understand one thing. Your brain, bro, is a biological supercomputer, which is like a huge satellite dish. It can receive and send out energy with just thought and energy alone. I know I'm blowing some of your minds now, but this is true neuroscience. The brain is the antenna of the body, which allows you to have this messaging system between other beings or the universal being, which is science, by the way, too. This is done by focused thought and energy. You already emit energy at all times. Now you're just learning how to control it and focus a certain energy that you want. Really, it only requires 2 steps, which sound pretty easy, but it may be a little harder than you think. First, you need to become the energy you want by feeling the energy you want. So you could use thought to just think about whatever you want and channel that energy into the now. If you're trying to send out a message to a being or a spirit, all you have to do is have a clear message of what you want them to know. Secondly, you make it clear who or where you are sending the message to and the frequency the message is at. So it's going to be like a radio channel almost. So for example, you could be like, only beings of 5th dimensional consciousness or higher can perceive this message. This is how people do things like the famous CE5 meditations by Dr. Stephen Greer, where you could contact extraterrestrials and highly advanced beings. Most highly advanced beings communicate in this way, and the experiences people have had with this meditation, including celebrities like Demi Lovato, are incredible, bro. The human mind is very powerful, and only now is humanity starting to access its true power.
Turns out Halloween is originated from a pagan Celtic festival called Samhain. It was basically a 3-day fire festival where they tried to celebrate the dead spirits, and they would sacrifice animals usually and stuff like that for the spirits, and they were trying to basically connect like the spirit world and the physical world. Over time, as religion came through, they had to adjust and turn things just so it's like a little more friendly in the religious eyes. So the pagan holiday actually turned into All Saints Day, which is also known as All Hallows Day. And then over time, it's just been more familiarized and tweaked to be more friendly to where you get today's holiday as Halloween. I've always heard that Halloween was always a pagan holiday growing up, and I didn't know it was like actually a pagan holiday originally.
Yo, I'm back with a part 2. And again, before I continue on, Kanye's remarks regarding George Floyd and the White Lives Matter, I don't agree with it. Like I showed y'all in the last clip, all that stuff that he was talking about in that interview is stuff that they do not want you to talk about. They want people to have no knowledge of that. These athletes, these rappers, Although he's specifically saying Jewish media, we all know that he's talking about the high-ups, the elites, because they control everything. But Ye can only say so much. So now that Kanye is attempting to expose all that, they trying to sabotage his name, sabotage his reputation, his image. You go against the grain, that's how they do it. What they will show y'all, and I told y'all that's how the media works. They gonna show y'all the bad 15-second clips of Kanye saying incredibly outrageous things that again he has no excuse to be saying in the first place. Like stated earlier, in these interviews he's saying some very intelligent and behind the scenes stuff that people are often scared to talk about. But what they will show you and be quick to show you is these next few things. Boom, Aaron Donald and Jaylen Brown leaving Donda Sports. Boom, Kanye dropped by his new lawyer, dropped by the CAA, Hollywood Talent Agency, Balenciaga cut ties. We knew that. And of course banned from Instagram and Twitter. The platform he has and with the stuff that he's attempting to get out, they don't want that to be heard. But with Kanye and his antics, he gonna be heard. And I believe he may be personally doing stuff so he could keep the spotlight on him so he could continue to say these things. And again, like stated earlier, he's Kanye, so he has the notoriety already. He doesn't have to say ignorant things to get the spotlight on him. It's intelligent enough, the people who deserve to hear you and need to hear you will hear you. Are y'all with me, right? So I came across a tweet. It said, Ye was right. In this tweet behind me, the images contain names of Jewish CEOs that own the biggest companies in our country, our world even. We could get to the names and companies. So first, before going into the names, we're going to read this. He was talking about the Jews control media. This is what he meant. His observation is indeed a fact and by no means anti-Semitic. The coordinated effort to stop Ye from speaking on this proves his point. This doesn't take away from their success, but it does beg the question, and I agree. Go to first image. Got big companies like Warner Music Group. Got big companies in the country like Warner Music Group, Sony Music Group, Atlantic Records, 300, and I told y'all about the music labels, right? These rappers dying. This could possibly link with these rappers' deaths. You got Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, the New York Times, mass media, of course. More CEOs that are Jewish that run big companies in our country. This is just from research that I've came across. Personally, I have no problems with no race, religion, sexuality, anything. If you nice to me, I'm nice to you. If you mean to me, don't do that. Basically all just to say view this video with an open mind and let me know what y'all think. Is he attempting to expose something that people with his notoriety tend to avoid?
Alright, so check it. Y'all see that phrase, in God we trust on all our money, right? This is God El, the leader of the Elohim. He is the God they tricked y'all to trust. As you can see, there's 13 stars representing the 13 families that took over, which also doubles as the Seal of Solomon, the 6-point star. And of course, we got the eagle. As I mentioned before, the Elohim was a war with God in heaven. So when you fell in frequency, the RTs, which I have right here so you understand what I mean, because I can't say it no more, took control over mankind and put us in slavery as we are today. I want y'all to understand this part though. The Bible is made by Baal, which is the RTs and the Elohim, just like the Tower of Babel. You're literally saying the same thing. It's just spelled differently. Hell, even Babylon, all a play of words, but it all represents the RTs and the Elohim. Of course, we can't forget the pyramid and all seeing eye. Y'all can see the RT's got the left side and the L has the right. These are the spells binding our energy to this physical paper. Anyway, y'all be gods. Hey.
Giving gratitude is one of the most imperative things to do on this planet. Why is it so important? Because giving gratitude is the thing that sparks life into individuals. Not even just people, but places and things as well. You know, your water hit different when you talk to it and say, I love you, instead of saying, I hate you. Or that person hit different when you tell that person, I love you, instead of saying, I hate you. Or that moment in time when you was at a particular place and you said, I love this shit and I'm grateful to be here, instead of saying, I hate this shit and I don't want to be here. You see, giving gratitude is more than just a verbal affirmation. You have to exist in that space and re-see life from the perspective of the thing you want to give gratitude to. Like, I know it's one thing to just say it, but how would you feel if you lost everything around you materialistic? Giving gratitude is acknowledging that anything that left you wasn't yours in the first place. You just got to be grateful for the time you got to spend with it.